The whole concept that the reptile aliens look like humans. Well, that's not new. I mean, that's even in the Bible. The Bible says God made man in his own image and likeness. And I've talked to so many rabbis about this subject. First of all, the word God in the Bible, in Genesis 1:1, when it says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, the word God is Elohim. It's a feminine plural. It's not one God. It's gods, more than one. And then when you get into what kind of gods, well, they were supposedly, according to Hebrew, they had scales. They were scaly gods, the Elohim, who created us. Then, as we saw just before, from Sumeria, Samaria, you see these reptile god men and women, crested heads. The heads of these figurines were styled by some, they look reptilian, lizard-headed. And I'm just of the opinion that people back in the ancient world, were not dreaming this up for Hollywood. They were just making statues of things they've actually seen. So I would be, as I said, wouldn't be a bit surprised if there are and has been on this earth intelligent reptilian creatures on this earth. That's what our ancient ancestors were trying to tell us. Aztecs and Mayas. These army ants are terrible, but they're murderous ants. But there's a little small creature that is about the size of an army ant, but it's not an ant. But it looks kind of like an army ant, and it's able to live with the army ants. And they don't bother, because they assume he's one of them. And he smells the same as the army ants. He eats what they eat. And so this little creature, which is not an ant, is right there in the middle of a nest of army ants, and nobody bothers him because he smells the same, he looks the same, and nobody knows that he's not an ant. And I think to myself, with animals and insects that can mimic other things around them, who is to say these reptile aliens cannot mimic what we look like if they created us?